Head coach Mark Downey, week 2 of the season, coming off of a big win against West Virginia Conference opponent Pitt-Johnstown. Let us know your thoughts about last night's game.
Played really well offensively. P.J. Reyes had another big night and did really well offensively. I think we've got a lot of work to do defensively. We're not just not very disciplined right now defensively, but a good win. And I really think we could score the ball. That's not a problem. We got a lot of different weapons, a lot of guys scoring in double figures. I was really happy with our work on the glass last night. I thought that rebounding was a big key to the game. They came in, I think, getting 13 offensive rebounds a game and out-rebounding their opponents by 11. And we out-rebounded them by 13 and only allowed them to get 6 offensive rebounds. So some really good things. We did some really good things. We just got to clean up the defensive end. We have mental lapses and just make little mistakes that lead to baskets, and that can't happen. They shot almost, I think, 58% from the field, and it's way too high, and we need to clean that up and get better.
Okay, you head into this week going into a regional game with Johnson C. Smith, traditionally pretty strong in the region, and have a couple preseason All-American candidates on their team. What are your thoughts heading into the game and getting ready for the travel plans?
We've got our work cut out for us. Tough place to play. Like you said, good region opponent. It would help us a lot in the region rankings if we could get a win. But they're very, very good. Coach Richmond went down to watch them this past week, and they're talented. They've got Trevin Parks is probably one of the best players, if not the best player in their league, and probably one of the best players in the region. And he's like Cookie Miller that we saw last year with West Virginia State, and just very talented, very good ball handler, very good scorer / shooter. I mean, can do a lot of different things. They've got some other guys around them that can shoot the ball. They've got some big guys inside. They try to force a lot of turnovers, score a lot of points. They're averaging 83 points a game and forcing over 20 turnovers a game. So they do a lot of good things. I hope we can handle their pressure. We pressure a lot as well, so we see it every day in practice. We've just got to, like we said earlier, be better defensively. We've got to protect the paint and not let them get in the paint. And if they get in the paint, it makes us help a lot and makes us rotate a lot defensively, and that'll hurt. So we've got to do a good job of keeping the ball in front and plugging gaps, and rebound the ball as we have been doing, and play our game. And I think if we do that, we'll be fine.
P.J. Reyes, coming off the last week, he was West Virginia Conference Player of the Week last night against Pitt-Johnstown, and he goes for 33 points. Is this kind of the scoring that you were expected from him as a newcomer into the Charleston lineup?
I knew he could score. I knew he could really score the basketball. I didn't know if he'd do it this well. He had one game where he was kind of low. I think he had 12 or 13 points, which kind of killed his average a little bit. But he's really putting up points. He could probably be West Virginia Conference Player of the Week again. I mean, the way he scored the ball at Bluefield and scored last night, I'm not sure that'll happen, but could happen. But he's very talented offensively. He's got to get better defensively, as we said. Just let his man get away from him a few times last night in the game. But he is a special player. He's athletic. He can score. He can shoot. He can pass the ball. Handles it very well, and he could be a great defender. He really could. We've just got to. I don't know if anyone's ever asked him to be a defender like I'm asking him to be, and our staff is asking him to be. So, a special kid, special player, good kid. Love having him in the program. We just got to tighten up a little bit on the defensive end, and if he does that, wow, the sky's the limit for him.
And we've got one question this week from UCGoldenEagles.com. Had a question come in last week about you've got 6 transfer players coming into the program, 5 of them from Division I programs. You only got 5 spots on the floor plus your returners. How were you able to make this team gel?
They welcomed it. When we recruited them, all these new players, our returners wanted to win. Last year wasn't good enough for them, so they welcomed it and helped us recruit. And then we got good kids with good character and guys that would fit our system. And they've responded as well, and our returners have been great because they've wanted to be better, and when you got kids with good character and kids that want to win, making them come together on the floor is a lot easier than if you don't. So it's really on them. It's really, they've bonded in the preseason. They worked hard through conditioning and through our individual workouts and in the weight room. And now, you can see them. It's still a work in progress, but you can see them getting better and better with each other and understanding each other's game. And that comes with, we only had 7 turnovers last night. And when a group like this only has 7 turnovers, to play as fast as we play and to be a lot of guys being new, that's a credit to them. They've just done a good job of coming together and forming relationships. But like I said, we're still a work in progress. We've got to get better with those relationships defensively and trusting each other and doing the right thing and just being disciplined on the defensive end a little bit more. And like I said before, if we do that, I think we've got a bright future as a team, and hopefully we will. That's what we're stressing.
We've touched on Johnson C. Smith as the game this week, but not to overlook our Thanksgiving week here. We have Urbana coming in for the next home game on Saturday at 4 o'clock. Have you got far enough down the week to start thinking about Urbana coming in the house on Saturday?
Well, not a lot. Coach Richmond will watch him on tape a little bit before I do, and then Wednesday we'll hit it pretty hard. But they do play Northern Kentucky tomorrow night. And, I have some friends at Northern Kentucky, so I'm sure I'll talk to them here in the next couple days and get a mini scouting report. But I hear, they, from what I've seen with scores, they play fast. They're not very big, but they do play fast and they play extremely hard. And, that's hopefully what we do, play hard and play fast. And it'll be an exciting game. We need to protect our house. It does become a region game because it's a state, continuing state. It's bordering state, I guess you would say. So it does become a region game and count on our region record. So very important game for us. I know Urbana's had their way with a lot of the sports here this year at UC, so we need to change that and try to protect our home and get a win at home. So hopefully we'll have a great crowd. Come out and see us.
All right. Thanks a lot, Coach Downey, and tune in next week for the Monday edition, heading into the game week with West Liberty.